This is the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
It is Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie for your Monday podcast. Today we're going to be talking, everyone's talking about the block last night. There were some unbelievable results. $1.75 million. The winning couple took home.
My God, the bids jumped from $4 million to $5 million.
Well, the guy that bought 3 houses spent over $12 million on 3 houses. His name's Adrian Portelli.
Yeah, who is this guy?
That's the question everyone's asking, Kate. And we're going to get him on the podcast to find out a bit more. But I don't think he likes to give too much. That's the thing.
Shy kind of guy?
Kate, can you ask him, who are you and where'd you make your money?
All right, let me write this down. Who are you? And where
did you make your money?
How where?
Don't look at Whip while you're saying that. That's a question for Adrian.
And are you single? Do you want to ask him?
No, why would I be asking
Just out of interest for me.
Seriously.
Okay,
looks like a good kisser.
He's in the podcast.
The Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
You guys want a pitbull update? I know you do.
Yeah, I'm screaming for it.
Haven't heard from him for a while. How's this? He had an interview not long ago, and the guy that was interviewing him was asking him, when a beat or a lyric comes into your head, Pitbull, do you just record it onto your iPhone? He said, I don't use iPhone. Don't use Apple. And the guy said, why not? Okay, so this is Pitbull's reason why he doesn't use any Apple products.
Look, I'm not religious, man. I believe in God. But one of the stories out of the Bible, one of the most famous stories is what? It's Adam and Eve. What did Eve bite? She bit the apple. Look at the logo on your phones. It's a bitten apple.
What's that got to do with it?
Oh, really? Is this a conspiracy theory?
Hang on a minute. Break this down for me. So what, he doesn't like the look of the bite out of the apple?
I've worked out very quickly that he just needs to do the singing and not the talking.
Do you know what happened, though, Kate, is he came out with his own vodka, and unfortunately I think he's had it for breakfast that day.
Yes, but then, because then I'm thinking, what phone does Pitbull use? Have a listen.
I'm still on a BlackBerry, dog. What? Yeah, you think I'm playing with you? Yeah. Hell no.
Pitbull and Richard Wilkins.
Pitbull.
The only two people on a BlackBerry.
He's on a BlackBerry.
Someone's tracked down another interview he did, and the interviewer was like, I'm like, what have you got there? Have a listen to this.
Is that a BlackBerry? Watch out, I'm going to be on a flip phone next year. Damn. But you know what that allows me to do? It allows me to stay focused, and it doesn't allow the noise to come in.
What are you talking about? It doesn't allow the noise to come in if he's on a BlackBerry. Hey, who?
Maybe because you can't get Snapchat or something on BlackBerry. I don't know.
It surprises me because I would have thought that Pitbull was mad for the selfie.
Oh, with your name,
sure.
Mr. Worldwide. It feels like you're stuck in the 80s.
Well, who's taking photos of you in a pair of Cheetos with your top off?
Do you know what I mean?
If you've got a BlackBerry,
you can't win.
My gosh!
Pitbull, what has happened to Pitbull?
What if you could book your hotel now and choose to pay when you get there?
With thousands of flexible booking options in select stays, you're only a what if away from your next holiday.
Book on the What If app. What if it's Aussie for travel?
It's Monday. I feel like the person that fainted at the block auction last night. There was a fair bit going on last night. And can I just say, Steph and Gian, they had a reserve just over $3.3 million, and they thought they weren't going to get there until this happened.
Maybe a second goal.
5 million. 5 million? What? 5 million? What? Yeah. What the And final call. Going.
So $1.65 million over the reserve price. They scored another $100,000 in prize money. The man that bought that house, along with 2 other houses, is Adrian Portelli. He joins us now. Adrian, welcome.
Congratulations, mate.
Good morning, everybody. How are we?
Well done. How are you feeling this morning?
Oh, I'm a bit dusty, I'm not going to lie, but we're getting there.
Well, you got to celebrate the buy. Have you ever bid against yourself at an auction before, Adrian?
That was the first. Surprisingly, yeah.
But Adrian, because people are thinking, okay, reserve, they were struggling. They thought they were going to struggle to get to 3.3. $5 million is not viable. You're not making money from that. So are you going to be giving it away, or what are you going to do?
Yeah, look, mate, I'll give you a bit of a hint. I'm not planning on living in it.
Yes.
So, it's most likely going to go to, hopefully, a deserving Australian winner.
Well, this is what we need to ask you about, because last year you bought a house. Omar and Oz, I think, were the boys, and you knew the boys. They made over $1 million as well, a handy profit. You gave away the house, but there has been a little bit of controversy around that, Adrian, because the owners that actually won the house off you said that it wasn't finished, and then you also took out $100,000 worth of items after they didn't give you the reaction that you wanted.
Yeah, mate. Sometimes $4.3 million isn't enough for certain people. So, I was doing it tough. I gave away $4.3 million, so I took what I could.
Adrian, can I just get my head around what's your plan here? Because you're a smart businessman and obviously you're very successful in your own right. So to make those purchases, am I right by saying you might structure it so you've got one of the houses that then becomes a prize in a raffle where people will buy tickets to that and therefore you will make more money than the house is worth?
No, we don't run raffles, mate. That's
You're not doing that?
Illegal. No, we do promotional, a trade promotion.
So you'd be doing promotional. Yeah. So someone will have an opportunity to win that house.
That's correct.
Through promotional means.
Yeah.
So through subscription means.
Yeah, so we've got a bunch of members, and then we give the house away to one of our members, yeah.
Got it.
Adrian, and absolutely no disrespect, but I hadn't really heard of you
it's
before.
Very rude, Kate.
No, but I'm keen to learn. So can you please explain to me and to everybody else out there who may be in the same boat as I am, how have you made your money? And how do you describe yourself? Because there's been a lot of chat around you. Some people are saying you're shy and unassuming. But tell us who you are and how you've made your cash.
I just grew up from humble beginnings in the Melbourne's West, and it's been a long journey. It wasn't an overnight success sort of story. It was just a lot of hard work and lonely nights, and it was a tough struggle. We moved to the US when I was 24 and worked there for a few years and started a few businesses. Was fortunate enough to sell some, came back here and continue doing the same. So has been a long journey, but it's just come to recent attention to the public. About who I am.
Adrian, that was still that was too vague for me. It was way too vague. You sounded like a politician. Okay, you said that you had businesses. What kind of businesses are we talking?
I had a few tech businesses, and I used to be, believe it or not, an Uber driver in LA.
Okay.
Yeah, but that doesn't get you... Uber driving doesn't get you $12.4 million worth of block houses.
No, doesn't put you at number 7 on the young rich list.
No. There's a big story behind it, but I'm sure that's a story for another day.
Did you sell it? Did you sell a couple of apps for a lot of money?
I did have a few sales, and then obviously now we've got a couple of successful businesses down here as well, property and IT. So.
Can you tell us,
Adrian,
maybe this is the question Kate wants to ask.
Am I a drug dealer?
No, are you single?
Is that what you're trying to ask?
Are you single?
Get to the point.
We want to know, can you just explain, sort of elevator pitch, what LMCT Plus does?
So it's a loyalty rewards program. So it's Australia's biggest loyalty rewards program. So we help promote local Aussie businesses. So we've got 1,000 stores Australia-wide. They give our members incentives and discounted rates to shop with them.
Is the reason why you're buying these houses on the block to promote the business? Is that what you're doing on there? Because Danny's the other one. Is it? Danny didn't buy any houses last night, and everyone would know Danny, who has bought so many houses on the block over the years. But I don't know, some of them aren't viable, and you're not going to probably make a profit out of them because you are paying so much for them. Is that the reason why you go on there, Adrian?
Yeah, it is a good marketing stunt, to say the least. And, that's pretty much what it is.
Yeah.
So, it's all about business. And I'm sure Danny's there, doing the same thing in one way or another. So he's not living in all the houses.
This is crazy.
I don't plan to either, yeah.
So can we talk about Steph and Gian's house? Did you go in there? They had a reserve of 3.3. Did you know beforehand, I'll go up to 5 million and blow everyone out of the water straight away with this?
No. I just go in there and just you know what it was. Wippa's been living in my head rent free for the last year. I remember his interview with Oz and Oma, and he was questioning whether I can afford the house or not. So I'm like, you know what? I've got to prove him wrong this time.
You did it.
You finally got there.
I love that.
You could have done it in a much cheaper way.
No. I said to him, in your head, Adrian, prove yourself.
There's
Yeah, I had to do it, but no, it was more of a statement piece. It was just a nail in the coffin.
Yep, right, just to buy 3. The other thing as well, because we've just read a financial review story on you as well, and said the shy and humble man. But I don't know. Is that what you were when you were younger, and now you've come out of your shell? Is that what it is, Adrian?
Mate, I'm you know what? I am a very shy person, believe it or not.
Well, you showed last night.
Trust me, inside I was feeling sick at the auction. So, I'm not really. I come across, maybe a bit outspoken and confident, but behind the scenes,
Adrian,
I'm pretty reserved.
Can we ask about the car that got craned up into the apartment that you bought?
Into your penthouse?
What car was it again?
That was a McLaren Senna GDR.
Oh, so have you got special ventilation so you could actually start the car in the apartment? Or does it just sit there?
Yeah. Well, there's windows that can be open. I think that's sufficient enough.
Yep.
So after a couple of drinks, you could get into the car and start the car in the apartment?
We have started the car in there, so you can start it.
Adrian, I've got a great opportunity for you. I'm thinking about hosting the Fitzy and Wippa Christmas drinks in Adrian's apartment.
At the penthouse.
Let's do it.
Without Kate Ritchie.
How much did it cost to get the crane to put the car up into the penthouse?
Mate, I'm a businessman. That was included in the price.
Oh, man. We're just trying to find out more about you, Adrian. Do you reckon you'll be back again for the block again next year? Like this is going to be a regular thing now?
We'll see. So next year's at Phillip Island, so I'll just see, how it all plays out and see what the houses are like, and then we'll go from there.
Just before you go, there was a woman that did faint last night. Was she okay, or was everyone a bit nervous?
Yeah, I think everyone was nervous to begin with, but then once they got her to her feet, everyone
she was fine.
Eased off a little bit. So
it was great viewing last night, mate. It was great viewing. Well done.
You bought 3 block houses last night worth $12.4 million. Adrian, well done.
Bang.
Well, you made Steph and Gian a very happy couple. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks very much for having me.
Enjoy the hangover, Adrian.
See you, mate.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Bye.
The Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Hey, I've got some touring news for everybody as well. This is really sad, but The Weeknd's postponed his Australian tour 2 weeks out from the date.
Why is that?
Well, it just says unforeseen circumstances. Now, I can understand. No. Well, wouldn't they say for personal reasons? But see, unforeseen circumstances. What are they?
Could be anything.
This could be.
Mum's in town. Sorry, got it wrong.
Unforeseen circumstances. Does that mean that there could be a disaster around the corner? Is there going to be a hurricane coming? Or
it's on the way, and he's the only one that knows about it. Guys, you'll know when it hits, and you'll realise why I cancelled.
Live Nation said just keep hold of your tickets because he will be back, but it will be in 2024 sometimes. He has to reschedule.
God, 2024 is packed full of artists.
2 weeks out from the gig.
Unforeseen, though.
The other one, the unforeseen, we couldn't see that coming, that's for sure. The other one was the Cause. The Cause are in Australia at the moment. One of the greatest second Irish band of all time.
U2?
U2 would have to be number one. But the Cause were in Adelaide over the weekend, and a 56-year-old woman from the Northern Territory has been arrested and charged after people around her wouldn't stop talking. So she got up and had a crack at him.
Oh, hang on a minute. It's the physical one.
Yeah, this is the vision here. So she's got 4 security guards basically picking her up and throwing her out. Then she loses her top. Can you see her there? She's just in a bra.
Okay. Is she trying to throw her clothes at the stage?
She's trying to fight the security guard. He's had to take her out, and everyone who was there to enjoy the Cause.
Have a look at her.
So the Cause are playing a runaway. She's been taken away
in a headlock, which was their next hit. They were going.
How can you fire up at a Cause concert? Honestly,
didn't Blackers go and see Paul McCartney? I could have this story wrong, and he was talking. Someone turned around and said, "Hey, I didn't pay to hear you talk.
I didn't pay $400 to hear you talk the whole time.
Stop talking. I'm here for Paul McCartney.
Is it understandable? I think if you're at a concert as well, the other thing as well, what was the one that we went to and everyone got up and started dancing around us? And there was an old couple who blew up. Sit down, we can't see.
Sit down.
When you're at a concert, you're allowed to get up and dance,
My
aren't you?
mum yelled that at somebody at Paul McCartney. Down in front.
Oh.
Down.
Oh, no.
Down in front. Okay, Christine. That'll do. Have your vino. Down. I said down in front.
The question is, if you are paying $400 a ticket to go to a gig like that, you should be allowed to get up and dance.
Well, $416. Hope Mum and Dad enjoyed it.
$400 for a ticket these days. Man.
It's extraordinary, isn't it?
It's
and
unbelievable.
he's still a long way away.
Remember $30? You go and see a band for $30.
Like, you feel like if I'm paying $416, I should be next to Paul McCartney on stage.
Actually, I just watched Ego the other night. There, Michael Gudinski. Yeah, and they were saying back in the day, it would cost more to buy an album than to actually go see the band play.
Amazing.
So you would pay $30 for a CD, and then you'd pay $20 to go see them live. He said now it's just ridiculous.
Nothing's changed at all.
The Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
I want to hear from people who have had a whirlwind romance. You know, when you meet someone, you fall in love straight away.
Yep.
How quickly did you get married? Was there a proposal? I mean, did you spend the holiday together and thought this is it forever, but it was just a whirlwind?
Oh, surely there's 1,000 songs written about that.
No,
as well.
I would think there would be, Kate Ritchie.
13 24 10. If you've been in a whirlwind romance, how whirly was it?
Do you mean when you thought it was everything and then it just fell over?
Could be.
Does it have to end badly? I mean,
maybe that's all it's meant to be.
Well, exactly right.
You know, it might be just a couple of months, might be 3 weeks. That's fun.
Because you know what, I've just read an article and I knew that they weren't together for that long, but Pamela Anderson and Tommy Lee, they got married after 96 hours of dating.
What?
Now, that's over 4 days together. That's all they had. 4 days together, Kate, and they got married in Cancun, Mexico.
I wonder what they did in that 4 days to get to know each other so well.
Well, they would have bought one of those packs of cards you can get from Harry Hartog's or Dimmicks or something where you pick a card from the pack
and
it
ask
says,
a question.
What would you like to, where's your ultimate holiday destination?
So that's what they did.
So it's a beautiful story. 1994, New Year's Eve, in a nightclub called Sanctuary in Hollywood, Pamela Anderson met Tommy Lee, and she said, I thought this guy is really cool. He's friendly. I gave him my number after Tommy Lee licked her face. The blonde beauty recalls just weeks after the musician called her on the phone wanting to meet up. Anderson was heading to Mexico for a photo shoot when she got the call from Lee. She says, you can't go with me, Tommy. I'm over there working. He said, okay, no worries. He's surprised her. She's on set. She's getting a few photos taken. Tommy's in the background. She's gone, oh, my God, there's that guy that licked my face.
Mate, I've watched all 10 episodes of the Tommy and Pam story. We were on a plane, I think, going to LA, and there was nothing else on.
Have you? Is this from the book Love, Pamela?
Yeah.
We were talking about that last week on Audible.
It's from the book Love, Pamela, and also his book The Dirt. He says, so that night in Cancun, she finished the shoot. They went to another nightclub in Mexico called La Boom.
Oh, yeah. Big morning.
I remember singing that in primary.
That's such a good...
You thought you were so grown up. Boom, boom, boom.
Let's go. So La Boom in Mexico, and the proposal was understated and sweet as Lee revealed. I took off my pinky ring, put it on her finger, and asked her to marry me. She said yes, hugged me, and stuck her tongue down my throat, he said. After the proposal, it was a quick 24-hour turnaround to the couple's barefoot idyllic wedding on the Cancun beachfront right there. There was only 8 people a part of the wedding.
Isn't that
and
beautiful?
They got married, 96 hours.
Oh, in their bathers.
I love that. And then everything kind of fell apart when Pamela became far too popular and Tommy's music career didn't go any further.
And then that home video got leaked.
Yes.
And then it was all over.
That's because he didn't pay the subbies when they were building the house, so they stole it.
Gabby in Forestville, have you had a whirlwind romance, Gab?
I have had a whirlwind romance. Met a guy, really liked him. We had 3 dates together before he had to go off to work at sea. But when he came back, date 4 was a 2-week trip to Tasmania, and date 5 we moved in together.
Oh, my God. And you're still together, Gab?
Yes, nearly 8 years later, we're going strong.
Wow. Gabby, I love this. How did you know? People must be listening thinking, how on earth do you know that they are the one in those early days? What was it?
I'll tell you, our first date was just meant to be a 15-minute ice cream. 7 hours later, we're still sitting there chatting, and it was just so natural.
Awesome.
We had a lot of similar values, and, just when you really click with someone, you can tell that, they're the right person for you. He was that one for me.
Wow, and is he in the Navy or is he a tap dancer on a cruise ship?
He's a seafarer. He's in oil and gas, so he builds oil wells and things like that.
Oh, he must be away a lot.
That is a great story, Gab. I love it. Can we go to Jake in Petersham? You've had multiple whirlwind romances, have you, Jake?
Yeah, I was a bit worried when you said Navy. I was like, I don't think I know this person, but you very well could have been.
So in the Navy, and you're porting all around the world, you're pulling in. Are you having whirlwind romances, Jake, are you?
Every port you pull in, because you're at sea for like a month, and then you get ashore and you maybe get like 3 or 4 days there, and depending on your luck, you might find something that you like, and it just ends up just like very intense, very serious for like the first couple of days, and then you kind of get to the next port and you've made all these plans to meet up, and you're just going, I don't know if I want to follow up on this. But in the moment, it's very intense, very worth it.
Jake, does it work with the ladies? Like, when you're in do you wear your uniform when you get off the ship and walk into town? Like, does it get you over the line? Do you think that the women are like, I could do this for 4 days?
Yeah.
They're ravenous sometimes.
Ravenous.
But some of them are ravenous, and you just get treated like a piece of meat,
Jake, how close have you got? Have you gone very close to proposing to a girl that you've met only for a couple of days?
Absolutely, yeah. Vegas. I think we did a trip to like Coronado with clearance divers, and we're doing like a little global war exercise over in California, and you end up taking a couple of them to Vegas, and you get married in those little Vegas pubs, and
Hey,
you're under an alias. You call yourself Don Okabar or Don Elsrad or something like that.
Quite experienced, Jake.
Yeah.
Aren't you worried, Jake, that maybe down the track you're going to get a knock on the door? Are you my dad? Are you my dad?
Jake would be practising safe. It's very safe.
Well, you do
Jake.
got to keep your sunglasses on if you're on the beach.
Jake,
exactly right.
Jake, give us one girl. Who was the closest girl that you were closest to marrying? Like, were you in love at all?
Yeah, because you say you get about 5 ones. You burn through. I think I'm up to my 3rd or 4th one.
5 ones? What do you mean?
Yeah, you get 5 ones in your life. There's always the one. You get about 5 of them, I think.
You get 5 the ones.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So you've
where was she?
She was in San Diego, and she was pretty good, very loose, very wild, very nice person, very, very sweet, very caring, but they followed us back home to Australia because I gave them my real name. And you're just going, oh no, like how do I sabotage this?
Yeah,
like
I've got to burn
you
it.
just put the biggest
the
slob on, like not wearing undies, you don't wear shoes out, you kind of
Did that knock it on the head?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Jake, how old are you, Jake?
Oh, I'm a bit older and wiser now. I'm in my mid to late 30s.
Okay, and do you think you'll settle down one day? Because if you've spent so many years having this free and easy lifestyle and not having any level of commitment, is it something that you will want one day?
Oh, I've settled down now. I've got a baby girl. So, those days are well and truly behind me. I've left the Navy now. It's a young man's game.
He doesn't sound like your brute that's out there trying to, bet as many women as he gets. He actually sounds like he's trying to find love, but then it's like we move on to the next port.
See, I'm on behalf of everybody listening, I'm disgusted by that behaviour. To think that Jake would have been out there sort of as a young man.
I don't believe you. You actually want Jake's number.
Is this the bloke that wrote the erotic novel?
I'm just thinking the second book might need to be written on Jake.
You might have to.
Wow.
The Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Let me sing that song. Louder.
let's get into it, guys. You know how this works. I'll give you one word. You've got to put it into a song. Good luck, everybody playing along. The word is, round one, girl.
Oh, I kissed a girl and I liked it.
Okay, good news, mate.
Girl,
Thanks, guys.
you'll be a woman soon. Yeah.
Girl.
Neil Diamond.
Anything by the Spice Girls?
Girl? Oh, what? That's the name of the band.
Kate Ritchie, Thomas Bryan, are you with
Mystery
us?
Girl, Mysterious Girl.
I want to get close
Who
to
runs
you.
the world, girl?
Girls. Tell me about it, mate. Well done. We're all through. Congratulations, guys.
Fun.
The word is kiss or kissed.
I kissed a girl and I like it.
You've doubled up there.
Kiss me
Under
Dawson's Creek theme.
Yes. Kate Ritchie, Tom Ivy.
Kissed from a rose.
Yes.
One of my favourites.
No. I can't go out this like this.
Have you got Kiss from a Rose actually sung from a seal in the system?
We did have that in a while ago. Kate Ritchie, we say thanks for playing.
I didn't
or
really.
say thanks for nothing. Congratulations to Tom, Ryan,
Tough.
Matt.
I know, tough. I know, Jess, that's a tough one. Oh, look at her eyes.
she's
I
into
reckon
it,
she's
she's into it,
pounced
she's
onto
into
something. A seal singing seal.
It's just so hard to know if it is Seal the
Seal.
singer or a seal.
Seal.
Like,
Yeah.
how will we know?
Play it.
Damn it. Shame.
That's the real seal. The real seal.
We move on from the real seal.
Still the real seal, unfortunately.
Here we go, guys. The word is crazy.
Crazy.
Crazy. Or Crazy
Yes.
by Niles Barkley.
Yes.
Or Crazy by Seal.
Well,
Crazy by Steel.
just one's fine.
This one's fine, but I'll take Crazy by Seal.
Okay, we share it around then. Well done. Divvy them out. Congratulations.
Have you got any seals in
We
the...
don't worry about seal. We have moved on from seals. Okay, the word for the next one is roll.
Roll with it. You
Rock and
gotta
roll all night
with
long.
it. You gotta say, Oasis?
Yep, what were you, MDG?
I like to rock and roll all night and party every day.
It's okay. Where are you,
Was
Tom?
it Oasis or you gotta roll
Done
with
that.
it?
Sort of done that.
Yep.
I like to rock and roll. No, I'm out.
What do you mean you're out? You're
Sorry.
fiddling with your whiteboard there. You're not even listening.
I am.
We're
I
down
am.
to 2
You're
balls.
usually very good
Yeah,
at this,
you
Tommy.
are.
I don't think you're trying.
You're not even trying. You're
Chicken
doing
roll.
it.
Chicken roll.
Big feedback from Kate too. For Kate to say you're not trying, she went out in straight sets.
But that was with a lot of effort required.
Down to 2 bald man. Here we go. The word is lovely.
Lovely.
Hello, lovely.
Hello, love.
Lovely.
Lovely. It's a lovely day. It's a lovely.
Yeah, Lovely Day by Bill Withers.
Lovely day.
Lovely day.
Lovely day.
Yeah, I mean, I've tipped you into it and probably given you the win.
So who's got it? Is that from you, MDG, or Ryan Jones?
Fitzgerald with the assist from MDG. Take the win. I'll stand second on the podium. Happy to do it.
Lovely day.
What are some other ones?
Isn't she lovely?
Yeah.
Stevie.
Oh, and my favourite,
Can see.
She's So Lovely, Scouting for Girls.
Oh, yeah, that's my favourite.
This was my wedding roll.
Can't believe we're not still playing that here at Nova. Ryan James, you've won today. Congratulations.
The Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
I've got a little question for you about this husband/father/ very hard worker.
Oh, yeah.
By the sounds of it,
Sounds like me.
Whether he's incredibly selfish or incredibly smart. There's a woman who has taken to Reddit, and she's complaining about her husband of an evening. She's given him loads of credit. He works in construction, so he's up and out the door at 5 o'clock.
Oh, yeah.
Tough coming home with dirty hands.
Sometimes you got to, mate. Depending, you might be the foreman, you know. You might just be telling people where to go.
No, he's construction.
No,
Yeah,
he's on the
construction
tools.
business.
I
Oh,
mean,
he's on the tools.
maybe he is the boss, but he likes to get involved.
Oh, yeah.
So he's slogging it out for 13 hours a day. Although, on the other hand, mum at home with 2 young children, 1 and 3, she's also working 13 hours a day.
She's working 24 hours a day.
She's on the 2 little tools running running around the house all day.
Yeah, that's a set of tools that I wouldn't mind getting flogged sometimes. Someone taking that off the back of the ute.
I don't even want to insure them.
Oh, is that what you mean, stealing them? I thought you meant giving them a smack. Because I like to use that word about giving someone a flogging.
Yeah, flogging, mate.
Yeah, it's my Campbelltown roots.
Kate Ritchie.
Anyway, her complaint, and this is what I want to know, is where you hide, like to get your own little bit of me time in the house.
Sure.
13, 24, 10, if you've got a sneaky way of having a bit of time to yourself in the house. Her complaint is he walks in the door at the end of the day and basically she's had the two little tools all day running around. She has a 2-hour window to get them fed and cleaned up and all of that stuff and into bed. But as soon as, let's call him Adam, comes home, he likes to have a shower. Now, I actually think this should be the debate of the conversation, is how long do you think is long enough to be in the shower?
Well, water restrictions these days, a couple of minutes and then you're out, Kate.
Yeah. Or even if you've been working hard all day and you need to use the Solvo or
How
whatever
long's
it
he in the
is.
shower for?
He has, well, firstly, he has a nice little 25-minute sit on the toilet.
Okay.
Which I would have thought he would have done that earlier in the morning after his coffee and his paper.
We have a spare toilet in the house upstairs it's a guest room.
Yes.
I love nothing more
Sitting
than
on the toilet.
Going up there and getting away from the family. The only thing is the dog follows you up sometimes.
But that's
and
all
I have
right.
to go away because he'll sit there and just look at you.
Yeah, get out of here. There's
nothing
you in here.
How good is it sitting on the toilet without even closing the door? It's the best.
That poor dog. Poor Beastie. Aren't you saying, come on, Beastie? Even I can't sit in here with this.
I'm trying to concentrate, mate. This is my time.
There was an article the other day saying on this topic, Kate, saying that the actual time that it takes to go to the toilet for number twos is around 16 seconds. That's the actual time that it takes.
If you're ready to go, that's what someone told me. I've never done it.
What, so you then go and sit... Go and sit down if you're not ready to go and wait till you're ready. You could be there for hours.
Yeah.
Oh, normally it's around this time. I've been here for 3 hours now. Wait till I get those stomach pains.
But then why... I just still can't get my head around it. Why do men go to the toilet for ages?
Yeah.
They are in there, and not only... I don't understand...
To get away from you.
But me?
Yes.
Oh, so you're saying the common denominator is me here, it's not men. But not only are you sitting on the toilet, maybe not doing what you meant to do.
You're on your phone.
But no, but you're sitting in
your own
your
filth.
stench. In your own stench.
We're men. We love our own aroma.
Oh
this is the thing.
I
Okay,
cannot.
I'm going to tell you something that's going to shock you. Women poo and fart.
No, they... Well, not
I'm
in
sorry
my
to
house,
break it
they
to
don't.
you. And what they do is exactly the same as what we do.
No, but I find this fascinating, and we should maybe do a podcast on it or something, because I've never done either of those things. And I'm
Finally, Kate Ritchie's podcast is
recorded
out.
in the toilet.
I'm keen to learn more,
Yeah.
and I hate that I have to do
You've
a job
never done
like
it.
breakfast radio, and part of that job is to connect with the people and be like everybody else.
But you
this
can't
is
be.
one topic I cannot.
You've never done it.
I can't offer anything on. Moving on from the 25 minutes on the toilet, he also then has a 25-minute shower.
Okay. And that's his alone time? That's his time to get away from everyone?
And she's incredibly frustrated because he's been gone for 13 hours. He comes home. He has an hour in the
Yeah, he's
bathroom.
got another hour. Yeah.
Like, come on, mate. Who's being the selfish one
Oh,
here?
they're just getting into bed, are they? I'll give them a quick kiss.
Now I'm done. I mean, I know you need time on your own. I have a girlfriend, and she will often call me from the driveway of her home. So she's
I do that
managed
one.
to get out of the office early, and then she'll say, "I'm just outside. I'm not going in there yet. I'm not meant to be home for another 40 minutes, so I'm just going to sit
Okay.
here."
I do that regularly. There's nothing
Sometimes-
better sitting in the garage when you rock up at home and you go, they don't need me yet, do they? They do
Kate,
not
I
need
pull
me
into
yet.
Centennial Park and I'll sit there and set my alarm on the way home
and have a sleep.
and go, I reckon I can squeeze half her into this. And I'll shut my eyes and just sit there in the car, hoping someone doesn't come up to the window thinking I'm dead. Fast asleep in the car.
Hoping
I'm dead.
going, please check his pulse.
No.
Damn, he's got one.
His alarm's gone off. He's got to go home.
Thanks for listening to the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
Fine. I'm sorry.
Not you guys. We actually, if you guys want
love it.
a little bit more, there's a brand new Educate podcast, also on the Nova Planet.
Tell me more.
Well, I'm not
Well,
going
you
to
gotta
tell.
go.
I'm not going to tell you too much. Jess has got a whole lot to say on there with a few little theories.
Yeah, Taylor Swift.
Yeah, absolutely crazy. You can get them there.
Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.